Ladies and gentlemen, the Northeast State Athletic Conference is proud to recognize Farmers National Bank as the official sponsor of the NE8. Without the commitment of Farmers National Bank, the NE8, its member schools, coaches, and student athletes would not have the support that may enable them to achieve great things. On behalf of Girard High School, we extend our heartfelt thanks to Farmers National Bank, the official sponsor of NE8 athletics. As members of the Northeast State Athletic Conference, we pride ourselves on recognizing the significance of sportsmanship among our membership schools, respect between participating athletes, coaches, and fans, compassion for the outcome of all contests, and the effect on all its participants, and the trust our member schools have in each other to see the aforementioned core values of the NE8 to fruition. We sincerely hope you enjoyed tonight's contest and that you will contribute to this meaningful athletic experience to all in attendance by exemplifying sportsmanship, respect, compassion, and trust.
But in the scheme of things, we already yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Farmers National Bank, the Northeast State Athletic Conference, Board of Education, Superintendent, Principal, and Athletic Department of Girard High School extends to each of you a cordial welcome. We are pleased that you are here tonight. Girard High School and Poland Seminary High School are members of the Northeast State Athletic Game. And now, let's meet tonight's teams, starting with the visiting Poland Bulldogs. Senior, number 4, Bradley Bourgoin. Senior, number 8, Carson Decord. Senior, number 12, Jonathan Pilger. Senior, number 16, Anthony Saturel. Senior, number 17, Travis Berry. Senior, number 19, Dom D'Amico. Sophomore, number 27, Michael Postel. Sophomore, number 28, Luca Kerchetti. Freshman, number 29, Carter Abiris. And freshman, number 99, Zach Morantis. And now for the starters. Senior, number 1, Captain Michael Daly. Junior, number 2, Xander Thornton. Senior, number 3, Captain AJ Lisco. Senior, number 5, Captain Jacob Hayes. Senior, number 6, Ryan Nye. Junior, number 9, Skevos Tiskoris. Junior, number 10, Andreas Tiskoris. Senior, number 11, Gabe Deering. Senior, number 12, Captain Quinn Bullock. And senior, number 23, Captain Colin McBride. Freshman, number 30, Ben Horn. The Bulldogs are coached by Brian Garsar, Bill Storkler, Zach Neiman, and Tyler Inter. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet your Girard High Indians! Starting with the reserves, number 1, freshman Anthony Talone. Number 2, sophomore Dominic Marks. Number 13, senior Logan Hernandez. Number 14, senior Michael Lamoureux. Number 21, sophomore Marshall Seidler. Number 22, senior Nolan Lamoureux. And number 23, freshman Ivan Seidler. And now for your starters in goal, number 00, senior goalkeeper Evan Tuttle. Number 3, junior Danny Mackey. Number 4, sophomore Travis Peters. Number 5, your captain Spencer Webb. Number 7, sophomore Daniel Novello. Number 8, freshman Luke Graham. Number 9, your captain Junior Dylan Trevelin. Number 10, sophomore Max Erickson. Number 11, your senior captain Andrew Whitfield. Number 16, J.C. Marento. And number 24, sophomore Adam Nugum. Your Indians are coached by Eric Simeone and assisted by Ryan Johnson. Please rise and remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem.
All right, welcome to Steel Valley Soccer Game of the Week. I'm Tim Walsh, Dan Conley, and Chris Platt. And how's everyone doing today?
I'm here. I'm glad to be back watching some soccer. It's the first time commentating from Arrowhead Stadium in Girard, Ohio.
Yeah, very comfortable digs up here. Huge press box. Nice breeze coming through. It's getting a little chilly out there, a little warm in here. It'll be a good mix in a minute.
You have a breeze in front of you? It's like I have 2 window panes in front of me.
Sorry about that, Dan. Let's take a look at our formations. First for home Girard. See, they're playing a 4-2-3-1. Couple of injuries have kept them out. They're getting some subs in there. Looks like a backup keeper as well. On the other side of things, we have Poland, their traditional 4-3-3, with Hayes and the 2 Sikoris brothers up top. That may or may not change throughout the day. They may or may not have changed already since we've gotten this lineup a couple days ago.
Either they're changing up for the kickoff, or you are right. They already changed their mind. Yeah, we got to see Poland play earlier in the year against Champion. I think that was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Poland looked dynamite. They looked great. And this is the first time I've got to see Girard this year. We saw him a little bit in the Cardinal Classic. So good match, good conference matchup we have in store for everybody.
Yeah, first game so far this year was a 4-1 victory for Poland, but they weren't on the Girard turf.
Where do you think this ball's going, Tim?
Right there, Dan.
Thank you. I just meant forward. It was like a track meet for Poland lining up on that kickoff.
We used to call that the silver bullet. Everyone just lines up, you're down, or you just got scored on, it's late in the game, and you put everybody up and just boot it as far as you can and hopefully get something special.
Did you ever get to slay a wolf? Not a Wolverine, a
No,
wolf.
werewolf.
Werewolf, there you go.
Werewolf in London. It's almost spooky season, Dan.
What a great movie that was.
Yeah, good song, too. Werewolf in London?
Yep.
It's already going off the rails here, Dan.
It's looking like we have one Sikoris brother up top, one playing defense.
Yeah, they definitely changed up what they had. I was going off old information, so interesting to see what they do here.
I don't remember number 30, Ben Horn, starting for Poland as a freshman.
He did against Champion, but it was one of those players where I don't think we gave it too much credit. Freshman playing, it looks like he might have been off. He's not. Parried away for first shot and goal and corner. Lots of stats going on there, Dan.
I'll try my best.
Can hear calls for people to mark up, get shirt tight. There's some people not covered in there.
That's something Poland's always good at. They're good at restarts.
Mm-hmm. Don't know if that ball was inside the... Chris, if you can, real quick, when he sets this ball down, see if it's inside that little triangle there in the corner.
That is excellent.
No, it is not.
Isn't that what that line is for?
That is correct.
What a weird rule.
They maintain possession, get it across. Another shot, another save by Evan Tuttle. Rocking the 0-0.
The double lot.
That fancy footwork by Colin McBride. A little Cruyff pass.
Do you think anybody knows Cruyff's first name?
Other than us?
Yeah.
You know, Dan.
Do they think they even know they're doing a Cruyff when they do that?
Probably not.
Okay.
Lost art. Lost art knowing where these moves come from. Not quite sure how I knew that, actually. Was I taught that at one point?
Yeah, that was we weren't very athletic back in the day, so it's one of the few things we could do. The Johan Cruyff.
Very good. I do have a graphic up that we can have a question of the day. Maybe that can be our next game.
Again, just like the first game, Poland using the entire field.
Yeah, they
trying to stretch Girard out.
They got that freshman Ben Horn outside wide if they can find him. They kind of did. Xander Thornton with the, looks like the thumb wrap.
I see. There's several people with that on.
Same team or?
Yeah. Sikoris brothers. Opposite hands.
Was there a...
Right there, number 3.
That's
AJ Lisco.
It's a great ball in.
Haynes.
Outside for a goal kick. In the back there for Girard, we have number 9, Dylan Trevelyan, the junior defender. Plays very well out of the center.
Yeah, coming here, this is something you talked about, Tim. This is Girard Stadium, Arrowhead Stadium's in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. You know, there's other places in the area that are like that as well. And it's like almost like a Trumbull County thing.
Yeah, Niles has it. Warren Harding a little bit to where you could see
Right.
close by. I don't know. You just look at a place kind of like...
Hubbard.
Yeah, Hubbard's right there in the middle. Howland.
There you go. That's all 3.
That's
4 Trumbull schools. I kind of like the vibe of that.
Same here. We were trying to figure out earlier, where was the high school in comparison to the stadium that used to be here? We were not able to figure that out.
So if Girard's close, you can see the black lines outlined in white. Once they get past midfield, that's all red from here. So we cannot see who's on that far side.
Yep.
That is a dangerous ball right there. It almost looks like Poland is playing a 3-4-3. What a move. It was Andreas Sikoris.
Still in control, but out for a goal kick. While he does that, let's take a look at our player profile. For the Girard Indians, that's Andrew Whitfield. Has 17, or actually, no, I have his stats wrong there. He has 10 goals and 16 assists. I have it backwards. Well, let's just fix it then, right?
We're a little bit 5 minutes into the match. I think warning bells are alarming for Girard. Poland's had majority of possession, but Poland also has a ton of numbers stand forward. I don't think they're respecting Girard's attack at all. So if Girard can win the ball back and quickly go forward, they will have options. Now, as a coach, when you come in, a lot of conferences here make teams play each other twice, especially the AAC.
Mm-hmm.
Say if you beat a team pretty handily the first time, not that 4-1's handily, but it's a convincing victory.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think that does to the psyche of the team? Do they think they may come in not overlooking, but not playing like we got this?
I feel like that's the most difficult thing, is to beat a team twice, and they played them 3 times last year.
Yeah.
The first one was a tie, and second 2, Poland got the better of them, but it is tough to do. You come in a little overconfident, and you come in like, hey, I don't have to work quite as hard because it'll just come to me, but that isn't always the case. Tell you what, Jacob Hayes is a big body out there. He's a tall guy.
There's Deering on the outside.
Shot and over. Let's try this again. There we go. 10 goals, 16 assists. Andrew Whitfield, last year 9-9. Made the all-county team here in Trumbull for the large schools, and just a pretty good player all around. Had the opportunity to interview him in the offseason. Well-spoken, well-said, good player. You heard the lady pressure. She wasn't wrong. That's a nice win. They play a nice ball. No, it's nothing on it for me.
Right. He went down pretty easy.
Might have been the fouler, not the foulee.
Right. And also from our angle, we did get kind of blocked there, but Max Erickson, sophomore for Girard right there, had a great win that ball back, and made a great run for going forward. That was Girard's best look at an attack there.
So as they throw it in, 78 degrees and partly cloudy, sun's going down. It's air quality there. I don't know exactly what that means, but it's on this graphic.
It's a ball me 88 degrees up in here. It makes up for the other games we watched. It was like 90 degrees for the players, and it's like 65 for us.
That's Whitfield right there on the ball for Girard. Pokes it across. If they can get a switch of the field, it looks like they got a lot of space on the other side. But not a lot of open players, though.
Yeah, it was Daniel Novello on the ball right there for Girard.
Ooh, dangerous back here. Believe that's Skevo Tesaurus.
There's Andreas making a run.
Lots of speed. Can he get around?
Yeah, Girard staying with him.
Well defended. That was a heck of a move defensively to kind of get over and get in front.
Right.
Without, losing speed, without losing balance, and without giving him a nice shot on goal.
That is one thing when we watched Poland play Champion early in the season. Champion's defensive speed did not match what Poland had offensively.
Correct.
And so far, it looks like Girard is able to hang with Poland on these through balls. Here comes an interesting.
It's the Congo line.
Makes me think of Beetlejuice. Hey, yo.
Dangerous. Call McBride, 23 on it. Nice win there. 10 minutes into the game. 0-0. Going in, header in. Ball's bouncing around and out for another corner kick. Those are just racking up, huh, Dan?
Yeah, it's their third on the night.
As they're setting that up, go ahead. Let's talk about let's talk about our sponsors. You see them on the bottom of our scoreboard. We want to thank them for everything that they do. Yeah, they're calling it out.
I got a question for you. What is that line? I know what it's there for that, but why do they put that there?
They put that so that you don't take as much space as you want. And there should also be a little line, 2 dash lines, goal.
That was Skevos Tesaurus right there on the play. Corner kick again. I think all 4 of Poland's corner kicks have all found, I think, the spot they're looking for. Just didn't have somebody on the end of it right there. And Skevos putting that ball in, found the ball with space and probably right around the penalty area. Was probably surprised how much space he had, to be honest with you, as well. Slotted that home on the volley.
You hit the nail on the head earlier at free kicks and set pieces are their forte.
So as I said earlier, the warning sirens were ringing for Girard with Poland going forward. They're just committing so many numbers forward. It's like Poland already made it for a couple subs too.
Yeah. Not a lot of subs on the Girard bench. They had the injury bug and a little bit of the, I think someone said was sick. So not a lot in that department.
Yeah, my allergies are bothering me. I'm not sick. I tested negative.
Yeah.
I won't tell you what for, but failed another test. But Poland overloads numbers like crazy on the outside.
And then they have their outside mid on the far side just wide, and you start to pay attention to the ball and ball watch, it's going to be bad for you.
Right. That just pulls, defenses out of shape. And when you get pulled out of shape, you find space.
Lots of games going on today. As they come in, we'll put them on the bottom of your screen there. Let them scroll across. Remember, if you have a score you want to let us know, our phone number is 330-333-0027. Free kick for the Bulldogs.
Kevin Hayes is a good target for this.
Jacob Hayes?
Yeah. I don't know why I said Kevin. Who's Kevin Hayes? That's a comedian.
That might be a comedian.
I'll just say Hayes from here on out.
Smart. Don't commit to a first name. Rule number 78 of the Wedding Crashers: don't commit to a relative.
You look at the rosters of these two teams, there's a vast difference in the amount of experience from Poland to Girard. It's a senior-laden, heavy team for Poland. Girard has a couple. But I think Poland has as many seniors as Girard has total on their roster right now.
Possibility. And like you said, they have a lot of experience. They were juniors, and absolutely they were sophomores, getting a lot of playing time, a lot of starters, too. We're saying a throw-in for the Bulldogs. I'm Ron Burgundy. It's a nice step there, Chris. Well, the ball's out of bounds. What do you see over there?
Over where, Tim?
Just overall in the game. Anything that you've noticed? I guess it wasn't very specific.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Chris. It's always a man of many words. It's good having the band back together, guys.
He said a lot without saying much.
Yes, he did.
He's a talented.
That's probably borderline offsides if it's me yelling about it.
We saw it during last time we were here. He's got quick feet, quick foot skills.
There he is right there, playing a ball in. 23, Colin McBride, the senior forward, excuse me. Looks like he's playing back a little bit today, playing outside. The beauty of having a lot of subs is you get to put people all over the place and see what happens.
Yep.
There's the freshman, Ben Horn. That's one of the problems when you play a team in Poland. Again, a lot of subs. They can expend a lot of energy, and as Girard, you don't want to. It's hard to get up the field because then you feel like you're losing possession. You come back to try to win it, and no one's up top, and no one's really going to make that run.
Right.
And it just the problems compound. Like right here, they have a nice possession, trying to hit feet.
You know, Girard, they're not playing a super high line, but they're definitely playing a straight line.
Mm-hmm. Like a flat four.
Yeah, and Poland is just putting bodies on that line. Like I said, they're just putting a bunch of numbers forward. I think that's called investing, right? They're investing a lot of numbers forward.
Absolutely. I say absolutely a lot.
Absolutely.
A lot. If you go back and take a look at the preseason interviews, I say it a ton.
He must agree with everybody.
Thanks, Chris. Nice camera work by Chris Platten there, getting the shot. Also getting Dan and I talking that last moment. Thanks again. As they say, we have a face for radio.
I was always told I have a face only a mother could love.
Oh, that's a great ball.
I also have one of those, Dan.
Did my mom tell you that too?
Somebody's did.
All right. Evan Tuttle doing a great job in defense. Here we go, getting across. Nice little chop there.
Yeah.
Saw this Monday in the game, Niles versus Struthers girls. Play it back to get those guys out of the position that they're entrenched in.
Right.
Now, Girard is not parking the bus by any means, but they do have a lot of numbers back.
No, they have to because Poland, commits so many forward. You have to match them. And really, a counterattack's going to be the only thing that's going to be able to stop Poland from pushing so many people forward.
If they could, as they're up, get a couple quick touches.
That was almost a mistouch from Daly right there. I think I tipped off his left toe. There's a tongue twister.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can change. You can tell the difference in Girard's attacking philosophy as far as Poland. They're all on one half of the field right now. Doesn't mean they're doing something wrong by any means.
No,
It's just
no,
a difference
just
in the way of looking at it.
a lot of ways to skin a cat. From what I hear, there's 37 ways to skin a cat, Dan.
Isn't
I have
that a
no
weird
idea. I
saying?
saw that in a movie, I think. They said something like that. Now I'm going to have to look that up.
Right.
All right, as the ball goes out of bounds, let's take a look at the player bio. We're looking at defender AJ Lisco, number 3, 3 goals, 1 assist. First team all district, first team all conference, and this year so far has the exact same 3 goals and 1 assist.
I honestly thought that was Girard's throwing right there.
Yeah?
I thought Poland toe poked it out.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I am way up here, so I don't know.
I think a couple binoculars are needed, invested in.
Not ones that are bought by you, though.
I can't believe we bought
We
binoculars.
don't put
Okay,
we on that.
my mistake. Thought I was doing good. Speaking of good, that's a great ball in. First touch failed him a little.
mindset. Great work, guys.
Hopefully our technical difficulties are only today. Goal. I did not have that in the first one, unfortunately. Chris, do you know who scored that one? Is that number 3, AJ Lisco?
Yeah, AJ Lisco had to throw in there. Again, that was from another restart from Poland. I didn't get to catch. Well, I'll tell you.
I believe it is AJ Lisco, number 3. He was our spotlight player earlier and scores his 4th goal of the year.
That was number 3, AJ Lisco, finishing off a corner kick from number 2, Xander Thornton.
Upon our instant replay, huh?
Yep, that came in handy.
Quick question for you, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it is technical difficulties, or do you think it's better that we're not talking? People didn't have to hear us talk.
And we said some things that were stupid and funny.
Yeah. You guys missed half and are grateful for half.
It's a good step right there by Girard. So I talked about earlier. We talked about earlier about Poland being dangerous on set pieces, and they've scored both their goals from corner kicks today. A lot of times, if you have a team that's inferior to your competition, most competitions, you work on set pieces to try to get yourself as a way to score more goals.
Mm-hmm.
Poland is somebody that's always been good at them. They've always had a lot of plays. They've always found what they're looking for, and they've also been pretty good on the field as well.
I wonder if that comes from that's a great ball if you can get to it. Oh, great defensive play.
Number 3, Danny Mackey for Girard. That was an excellent poke. That was like a last chance.
That was almost a for certain goal. But on Poland's side, it probably comes from them playing with each other all the way from 5 years old through being on the same team for travel. Lots of players play club together, something like that.
Right. I don't disagree with you there. Plus, Poland seems to run like 12 corner kick plays too.
Oh, what do we got here?
Got to hurt Girard player down. He was right in line with the divider on these windows, so I could not see him. Could be it looks like an asthma issue. I think Girard's assistant coach logged a 4:1:40 right there to run that inhaler out there to him.
While they do that, let's take a look at our spotlight player on the Poland side. That's AJ Lisco. That's the second goal scorer here. He was first team all district, first team all conference. We'll have to update that stat list. He's got 4 goals and 1 assist this year. We also want to take a look at who they have next. They have Marlington away and Niles at home. Hubbard, South Range, and Lakeview. So they've got a pretty tough schedule to go throughout as well as Girard.
Yeah.
But we talked to Coach Simeon. He said that they have 50 goals in the season and that the school record is 58 set last year. So he's got, 4 more games to go to try to get that record. I have a feeling that this team will break that. Taking a look at the weather, Arrowhead Stadium, 75 still, dropping a little bit, and it says it's sunny. Here.
Well, might not be a cloud in the sky.
No.
If this is an asthma issue for Girard's player, I can speak firsthand as someone who had asthma growing up. It is not. It's a scary time, especially for everyone else around you when it feels like there's not a lot you can do to help somebody. Those are one of the more scary things as a coach too. I've dealt with that as a coach.
Yeah, the helpless feeling. Unfortunately, in the past year, I was playing basketball, and a buddy of mine had a heart attack and passed away on the court, and just the helpless feeling of so many people there not being able to do something. But luckily here, they have everybody helping out, and everyone's helping out the player, and hopefully not anywhere near as serious as that. We got an updated score too. Canfield is up 4-1. Boardman gets on the board there. We're going to try to get some other scores here while we can get them. And some big games today. Harding at Mooney, Howland at Fitch. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, Ursuline Badger already played. That was a big game. Glad to see the Girard player up and walk and get a number as he walks past us here. Michael Daly, the first one to give him some knocks right there. Yeah, as a coach and a trainer, there's a whole lot of off-season schooling that you have to do, and stuff like this gets addressed. These are things you always know is a possibility, but you hope never come up. And good job by, like I said, the assistant coach from Girard, running a 4-1-40, running that inhaler out there, and everyone being, I can see the trainer out there trying to keep him calm. It is a weird, it's been strangely warm for a long time this year.
Yeah.
It's warm, humid, muggy. It almost feels like an August, an early August, late July night. Couple that with the leaves coming down, the allergies being in the air. It's recipe for stuff like that. We have a pull and corner kick here as a restart.
Okay, game's back on. 33 minutes and 38 seconds left to go. Poland trying to extend their lead. The goal scorer, Lisko, with the ball at his feet. It's a nice turn. That's just that second ball. It's number 2, Xander Thornton, losing possession.
That's the area right there that Girard needs to step to, and they did a good job right there denying that pass in.
That's Spencer Webb with the slide tackle. That's an everything or nothing tackle.
Right. There it is. Das Boot.
Das Boot.
She says it better.
Is it her accent?
I think so. He's got some time. That's a good ball. He's just onside when he had it. And, unselfish play. Oh, but he skies it.
I know the chances for you to pass it off 4-0, like Deering did it right there. Yeah, we talked about this earlier. Is that if we have one critique of Poland's attack is that they maybe try to be too cute with the ball and try to find a quote-unquote perfect attempt instead of just trying to take a shot there. And I think that was an example. Again, that was a great layoff. I know McBride will probably would want that back and probably score every other time. But you and myself, I think we're both taking that shot up for Deering.
The hard part is getting the ball on your foot in that position without a defender in front of you. And the easy part is slotting it home.
Right. And Danny Mackey for Girard there. I think he did just enough to. That's right on the outside there.
Yeah, guaranteed they're going to call that just outside. But we're going to see a great free kick here from Poland, who have scored on 2 set pieces already.
And we've seen him score off of this exact spot against Champion earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Don't know which Sikora's brother it was, but it was one of them.
Andres is here. They're going to have to wait for the whistle. He's asking for 10. They say we know exactly where 10 is on the football fieldish.
Look at this setup right here. Have you ever seen a setup?
Where everyone and their grandmother's over there on the left?
And there's a wall on the right. That's extremely odd. And I'm surprised that Girard's hanging back, too. Oh, there it is again.
3 set pieces, 3 goals.
Andre Sikoras, what a player he is. He's done a great job all game of creating space, finding open players. And I think that's the second free kick goal we've seen him score this year. And he didn't have to hit that around the wall.
No.
And I think that Girard keeping people back on a post, like a corner kick, may have played into that because it allowed more traffic to get in front of the goalie.
That's probably not something you practice a lot is
No.
free kick right on your 18. What do you do? As they get restarted, Dan and Chris, as a goalkeeper there, what would you tell your player as a goalkeeper coach?
Which player, Tim?
The goalie. Like, did you think he should have gotten his guys off the line? Do you think he should have said, hey, stay on the posts?
Oh, yeah. I never prefer to have anybody on the posts, even for, like, corner kicks and stuff. I like to have them at least a few yards off. So, yeah, they would not have been there.
Insightful as always, Chris. Thank you so much.
No problem, Tim.
Yeah, now 3-0.
Das Boot.
I think if you go back to, I think the goalie had the wall marked the left post, and he kind of betted himself right in the middle of the goal.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's a tough spot to be in.
Yeah, That's like open season. If you're a forward up there, like, oh, I practice this shot 100 times before every game.
Numbers up for Girard. Just outside of the foot. Couldn't get it to him. It's Andrew Whitfield on the ball.
Dylan Trevine, number 9, has played a great game.
Yes.
He's at a very, Poland's got numbers going forward right now. That was close. Their back line was kind of inverted a little bit. Especially with Trevine making a run forward. He's tired.
Yeah, I bet he is.
I mean, it's got to be tiring making a run of 50 yards every 30 seconds or so. Over-under for me would be 1.25 times before I call for a sub. And I'm being generous with that. Yeah, if you're Girard, it's now 3. The first half recipe of success was bend but don't break and try to spring a counterattack. Second half, you find yourself with 28 minutes left in the second half. You got to change it up. You can't just sit back and try to counterattack now. Because at this point, it doesn't matter if you lose by 3 or 5. It counts the same in the column. So
I always wondered that when we go to those coaches' meetings for seeding meetings. It's like, hey, I played well against this team. Like, well, they still beat you 3-0, and you really didn't have any attack.
Right.
But on paper, it's 3-0 seems like it's not that difficult. I was always one for, hey, throw the kitchen sink at it. Losing by less means nothing.
Yeah, completely agree. Sorry, I was watching the game and
Sorry, we do that from time to time.
Yeah.
In between our conversations with each other, we do watch the game a little bit.
I don't really know how much more you can change up if you're Girard, because they definitely are playing a 4-3-3. They are committing more numbers forward. They're just not finding the possession in the middle of the field. You know, I think it almost looks like a 4-2-4 right now for Girard, but that could be because they're just where they're standing. But yeah, Poland's winning the midfield battle, which makes it very hard for Girard to get anything going forward other than a quick counterattack.
Great ball, great run.
Yeah, how many times has Poland tried to play that ball around the outside? That space between the outside back and center back.
In the first half, they've been getting success, but Evan Tuttle has cut it off each time. I wonder if that also plays into it. You don't have a lot of subs, so you don't go into that challenge quite as hard, knowing that if you get hurt and come out, there's one person that can go in, two people that can go in, that's it.
Right. Again, that's something I've never thought about, but that could be, as a coach, something you're thinking about, telling your people to, pick your spots,
Yeah.
pick your
hey,
battles.
Do not get hurt out there. I believe this is new turf for this year. It looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm. I like the shadow numbers.
And I love the two-tone turf,
Yeah.
the green on green.
Green on green's the same color, but if you want to say dark green, light green, I agree with you.
Clearly two different colors, Dan. Chris, weigh in on this.
Different shades of the same color, Tim.
Good ball. Tuttle, again, gets in front of it.
Yeah, Tuttle's been asked to do a lot today. He's got 7 saves on the game. He's had 15 shots on him.
He's playing well.
He's had to play a high line on several occasions with Poland's attack they've been putting in. That's a rare pass to nobody from Poland.
Yes. One of our keys to victory is capitalize on mistakes, capitalize on opportunities, and little clumsy takeover of power there.
Now, for any other team, you'd see 3 subs coming in a 3-0 game. You'd think, oh, they're putting some players in, but not for Poland.
Yeah,
That's a light sub for them.
they got to get seniors in.
Yeah.
All 35 of them. But the center ref, Christian Freeborough, is one of the best in the business at doing it. That's something you never see either,
No.
right there.
Got people in the middle. Man. That could have went for one of the goals of the year if that would have connected. Trevino's down. Trevelin.
Yeah, he got the wrong end of that kick. This is precisely what you do not want if you're Coach Simeone.
Right. And I would go out on a limb and say Trevelin's probably been, if not the best player for Girard tonight, top 2, top 3. He's worked his tail off the whole entire game.
I know if I'm having a conversation with my player there, I'm saying, hey, stay on your feet. Don't take those.
Out.
Now that
Yeah,
they're
he's-
on the field, he has to come off.
Yeah.
Clock was stopped. 24, 48 left to go. And the scoreline's 3-0. And Poland has enjoyed a lot of the possession, but it doesn't feel like they're dominating.
No, and all 3 of their goals were scored from restarts. They're getting looks at the goal, Poland is. They're not getting quality shots and chances at the goal. They're like one, just a little bit. Like I said, Girard's, the offsides line's at a very awkward spot where they can't play there's not enough space to play the ball behind them, but they're high enough up to shorten the field up.
Coming in, number 21, Marshall Seidler. A fan favorite. See some good sportsmanship out there. Nice win. Just kind of passing in the death here. Not offsides. He's got a drop in center. There's that little bit of just indecisiveness of nobody's really controlling that ball in the 18 there. You'd like to see maybe a one strong pass, a turn, and shot.
Yeah.
Good to see Trevelyan back in there.
Great work, Marshall.
Was that Trevelyan with the
That
blue
was.
shoes?
Yeah.
There was a couple guys with blue shoes.
What color shoes did you used to play with all the time? Did they even have colors back then?
Thank you, Dan, for asking. And no, they did not. I had to have the black Predators is what I wore. Black, red, and white
Okay.
with the little thing that goes underneath your foot to keep the tongue flap down. Love those shoes.
I used to wear red Predators. Thanks for asking. And from my senior year, I had orange and white Lottos.
Yeah.
Those are. I still have those. Those are. I don't know why I thought they were nice. They were like baby poop orange. Very odd. But I wore red shoes every year except for that year. I still wear red to this day.
That was always weird when you had someone wear like Kappa shoes or Lotto shoes. You were like, they must be a good player. Those are not regular found at every store shoes.
Those are Jock Stop specials right there because they were Lotto and Kappa and something else dealers. Miss that store sometimes.
We got a bit of a shocking score line right now. Fitch is up at halftime at against Howland, 2-0.
Wow. Senior night, too. I was thinking, how the heck did that ball stay in bounds?
It didn't, Dan.
Yep.
Might be a three-person brawl in this room before the night's over.
Oh, great touch by
That
Hayes.
is a great touch.
Look at Poland's numbers are hitting with.
We got 4 up there. Great stop. Touch and shot. Nice save. That's the thing about Hayes. It looks like he's their target player at all times.
Yeah.
And as far as scoring goes, he might not have a lot of goals, but he's the reason why they're getting into the attack. While people rush forward,
Yeah.
he maintains possession.
Yeah, that's what I said in the first half. He works like a dog. He, as a target man, he's not like the target to go like goal poacher target. He's definitely a target to lay off. Someone that's hard to find, and he's got big size. He's got a lot of size too. I think he's the perfect person you want to have playing for Poland with the skill that they have at that center striker spot.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah, I understand what he's trying to do. You're asking a lot from your outside back to try to get that down, but I see it. You see Trevelyan out there. He's bent over again. He's playing a heck of a game himself.
Some tired legs and
Girard's doesn't. You mentioned earlier about the size of Girard's roster, and they're not really able to sub as much as probably they wish they could to try to give some of these players a break.
But they don't have a game Saturday. They can take the weekend off. They go to Hubbard on October 1st.
Already October.
Yeah.
Man, be a quarter of the way through the football season after this weekend.
Another score update. Canfield pouring it on right now. 7-1. That Fitch Howland game, that's got to be a good one. Head coach for Howland used to be a Fitch graduate.
Do it. Sikora's brother, Andreas, from a free kick from on the line of the 18, straight into the back of the net. No doubt, probably one of the easiest goals he's ever scored. Just put his head down and drove that ball as hard as he could.
Yeah.
If you're a right-footed shot and it's just off center right, that's probably a dream spot where you can just hit that as hard as you can to that far post and try to get that in.
Hardest part is not to take a peek while you're shooting it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goal.
I think that was number 23, Colin McBride. Yeah, but Colin's been knocking on the door. He's had a couple good looks. Missed probably one he thought he wished he had back. And question for you, Tim.
Here we go.
If we look at these, if Cameron Chris Platten, if he can zoom in on these goalposts real fast and look, can you see there's we talked about it before the game started, a double post in there.
Yeah, you don't see that every day with the post behind the post.
Yeah. I wonder if that play happens the same way if he's hitting one post in there. Because of deflection off and it went in.
Yeah.
Probably
But
8 inches of hard a post there.
What? Why are you guys being so quiet?
And we can start thinking about our player of the game. So far, the top 3 scorers from Poland all have a goal. Plus, AJ Lisko, our spotlight player. So everyone who've kind of mentioned has gotten in on the act. 4-0 right now.
Yeah, I mean, the wealth has been spread around quite a bit. Everyone's got multiple chances, and it is good to see, like, in a game like this where you have multiple people getting on a score sheet, giving people a little bit more confidence going forward. Especially when you have a bunch of people with chances in the game. I wonder how many give and goes Poland's played.
So a lot of wall passes out there.
That pass was Andreas, of course, with a
They got
took
people.
that ball. That was close to being a foul.
Yeah. They got a lot of players out wide. They're just holding on to it. I don't know if you can see it on the bottom of your screen, but Canfield just went up 8-1 against Boardman. Do you think they were mad about that first game?
Forget how I put it last time. Stuck in their craw.
Yeah, I believe that was the phrase. And another great save by Evan Tuttle. It's one of those games where it just feels like there's more players from one team than the other.
I've been on
Corner
that side of the field before.
kick. You're literally counting. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Did they sneak another one on there? Let me count. On both my hands. Chris, do you think they're going to score here?
No, I don't, Tim.
Tim, go ahead and say they are so you can unjinx yourself.
They're going to score here. It's a set piece. They've scored on, 3 already?
Yeah, it's guaranteed not to happen now.
Not even close.
That was the one you predicted that I made. Let me say, I forced you to predict that. Was the worst one of the night.
Maybe I unjinxed everybody.
Yeah. Nope.
No.
There's a lot of blue shoes out there for Girard. I do agree with you now.
Yeah.
I didn't notice it
3 in a
till-
row right there.
Yeah.
Is he off? Yes, he is.
But Deering has been the guilty party in these offsides a couple times, and it's Those are close. If I'm him, I'm making those same runs, maybe a little bit wider next time. But they're there.
Yeah. He just has to have a little more patience, or the ball needs to be played a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
Or both.
If you're pulling right now, I mean, of course they want to score more goals, but as long as they can keep drawing on the back of the net, I think they'd be happy with anything.
Yeah, that was. And Girard has not stopped playing tough. Like that sprint speed there, that he gave it everything he had to get on the end of that ball.
Right.
Nice little turn and left-footed shot. I believe that was Andrew Whitfield.
That was Daly's first save of the game. Oh, there was no doubt he was going to punt that.
Goalie is such an odd position. That's a great ball. Keeper coming out. Good work by Evan Tuttle. But goalie's a tough position because you don't want them to be overworked because that means they're getting a lot of shots on you. But you also don't want them to sit there and do nothing.
Yeah, you know what kind of a coach a goalie makes the best one of?
What?
What specific coach does a goalie make the best one of?
What?
A goalie coach, Tim.
All right.
I went a long way for that.
I
cheesy
guess I
laugh.
walked into that.
Yeah. Sorry. I apologize to everybody.
Well, just lost 5 years because of that.
Yeah, rightfully so.
It wasn't because the internet keeps going in and out for us. Good combination. Ooh, just wide. I think Tuttle would have had it been in there.
Yeah, I thought that at first. I thought that ball was going to have eyes at the back of the net, but I agree. Tuttle had that covered.
Another score coming in. Lordstown boys soccer over Pie Valley 3-2. And I'm just going to, like, every 5 minutes, I'm just going to say, and Canfield scored another, 9-1.
You can see right now off the ball, it looks like Poland's making like a wall of players right in the middle of the field waiting to pounce on a ball from Girard. Yeah, Quinn Bullock from Poland is not a name we really have said a lot these last two games. That's because he's playing like a defensive mid spot, but he's a solid player back there. He works hard and he has good vision once the ball hits his foot.
Looking up top, that's a lot of speed.
It's Danny Mackey, they moved up top.
I remember watching him at the Canfield Classic. Had a lot of space on the outside with speed.
You know, as Girard gets his ball up here, they're able to commit numbers forward now. They haven't been able to do that a whole lot this game.
Oh, first corner kick. This should be something good for them. Goal scoring opportunity. 10 minutes, just over 10 minutes left to go.
Yeah, I was unsure which foot dominant Whitfield was because he's played so many with his left foot as well as his right.
Yeah. And
Now I know.
we want to give a shout out to Lordstown. That's their first W of the season. Excited for them. All right, gents. Who are some of the front runners for our Papa John's Player of the Game, brought to you by Cowbets? Brought to you by Carl's Jr.
It's not that there aren't a lack of options. It just seems like there's about 5 options that are about the same good.
Yeah.
And I would even venture to say, besides like the Sikoris brothers and
Lisco.
Lisco, McBride, not the Trevelyan from Girard's played a heck of a game too. So I don't know.
Historically, it goes to player on the winning team.
Right.
But
I'm just, yeah.
dude, he gave it. That's a tough play.
Because really, just even though Hayes didn't show up on the scoreboard,
Yeah.
he's done a good job. Just about everybody on pole, and I thought has played a pretty good game today. Mm-hmm. It's Poland finding the space between the outside back and the center back for the 27th time this game.
Yeah.
And Freeborough saying play on.
Yeah. Part of the swimming team getting on the field over there. Did you get that one?
I did. Were they diving?
They were diving. I don't believe there was enough contact for that reaction. Which I know it's in the pros, but it is not in high school. If someone dives, they get a card, right?
I think you still get
simulating a foul.
simulating embellishment.
That's a tough one to give a card for. It
Yeah.
really has to be egregious.
Yeah, it wouldn't be for something for like one time. It'd have to be several times throughout the game.
Yeah. I would assume just like fouls, unless it's the heck happened there. Ball went straight up in the air. As always, we want to point out a member of our crew that does a great job. That's Chris Platten, our cameraman. Tough job. Always, be focused and have the ball in frame. Ooh, little knuckleball there. You're welcome, Chris.
Thank you, Dan.
Oh, lots of space, lots of speed. Tuttle staying on his line. That's a great win.
Trevelyan again running that ball down.
Part of me thinks that that's not Trevelyan. Part of me thinks that there's 4 of him out there, and we just keep calling the same person Trevelyan.
I
But
didn't
no,
realize-
that's him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, you really need binoculars, but yeah, I see what you're saying there. There it is again. For sure, right now, Poland, they're keeping their outside backs back. Girard's keeping 5 people forward. And here comes Das Sub.
No, we got nothing on the soundboard for that.
Just forget I even ever said that. Oh, Daly's coming out. I believe, did I pose this question? No, because I think he stayed in.
In the last game, in the 7-0.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was or not. If
I think he came out at the very end.
Is that a co-shutout?
That's a good question. I would say no. I'd say just give it to him, but he did not.
Another corner kick for Poland. That is their 11th of the match.
That's usually a sign of great attack.
Poland does have one too many on the field.
They do have 12.
Maybe
Technically, they have 11 because the guy taking the kick is off the field. But now he's officially got to get off the field.
You're right. That was a good catch by the AR down there.
That's one of those I know that if I was reffing, it'd be tough because you're so focused on everything else on the field that one extra guy you might not be able to get to.
Because you have to.
Kicked out. Throw in for the Bulldogs. Under 5 to go. 4.5. 4-0. Number 44 with the ball. I don't know. It looks like 4. That's just 4.
That's Bradley Ragone.
Yeah, I did not want to go for that
Yeah.
last name. Sippy cup down.
I think all the subs just came in with long sleeve whites on.
Yeah. Think that's done on purpose?
Yeah, they may not have. Yeah, that's odd.
Looks like who knows? It is a little chilly out there. Lots of numbers for Girard. Can they get it across? They can. Shot and through the uprights. That is their best chance at a goal so far this game.
Yeah, this second half, Girard, I don't know if it's Poland is not playing as hard defensively, but Girard for sure has gotten more numbers forward and has gotten better chances in the second half. And I'm sure playing a 4-3-3, committing more people forward, definitely helps. Like you said earlier, Girard, the fight in Girard has not stopped at all, no matter what the score was. I think they're playing just as hard now as they were at the beginning of the game. I just think there's a whole lot more tired legs out there now.
Nice win. And I think that if Coach Simeone had subs to put in to kind of give these guys a break, he would. There's still all the starters out there playing the ball across. Nicely done. Good step. I believe that's, AJ Lisco.
Yeah. Oh, Girard's putting some passes together now.
For a second, I was like, what is Michael Daly doing right there? Not Michael Daly. Because I swear, I was like, I saw he had the different jersey on. He had the orange on today. I was all confused. Not the first time.
I let that one go, too.
Today. Here. In the second half. You got to try to stay on your feet.
2 minutes left in the match.
Ooh, good play. Evan Tuttle has had a nice game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can ask anything more of him. Every goal was earned. Nothing fumbled. I mean, he saved the one. It just happened to go off his fingers into the back.
Yeah, you've only given up one goal in the
Flow of the game.
Yeah. Whoa.
Almost missed the button. All right, we'll have tomorrow morning. We're going to have all of the interviews from Monday's game and today's game, hopefully processed and put up on our YouTube channel. I'll have a picture of the player of the game, and Sunday night we'll have our top fives, our players to watch. Pretty soon we'll be doing our predictions for playoffs.
That's crazy.
This is week 6.
Didn't we just do our predictions for the season?
Yeah. Week 6 of 8 weeks of the regular season, so 2 more weeks to go, and then it's playoff time. Life comes at you fast.
Coming down to the last 40 seconds or so. All right.
Is that Trevelyan doubled over there in the back?
Yeah, he's been doubled over quite a bit this half.
I mean, he has worked his tail off.
I really do wish sometimes there was like things you could tell how far you ran in a game.
He's got his iWatch on, maybe. Got away with one there. Didn't quite get the header back, but 7 seconds ago, no goal for Poland. So from Girard, 4-0 Poland win. They get the derby. They won both for the season. Dan, any takeaways as we go?
Not a thing.
All right, you heard it here first. Steel Valley Soccer Game of the Week.